Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so this is part 3 of my most trending hair extension methods of 2026. So this is actually going to be part 2 of my butterfly weft extension video, because after my first butterfly weft video, I got so many comments, questions and requests for a follow-up. So I knew I had to make a second video for you. So in today's video, I'm answering your most asked questions, going over common problems with butterfly wefts, and I'll be showing you a better way to install them, or what I think a better way is, so that the final result is cleaner, feels better, and also lasts longer. So if you've been confused about this method, you're struggling with your installs, or you just want to know how to get a better result, then this video is for you. And make sure that you stay until the end, because I'm going to be sharing whether I think this method is actually something that I'll offer my own clients, and I'll give you my honest review and thoughts on the butterfly weft overall. For those of you that are new here, my name is Sam and I've been doing hair extensions for over 13 years. I've been teaching for the past 5 and I know exactly what it takes to get a beautiful, secure, professional install. So let's get into it. So before we jump into the install, one thing that I want to say is butterfly wefts look simple, but they can go wrong really quickly if that foundation isn't right. So in this video, what I want to do is show you a way that's going to help you avoid mistakes that make this method feel uncomfortable or look messy, or honestly just give you a result that I would feel comfortable installing it in on a client. What I noticed before when we were doing it was I had to change that foundation completely, which I didn't. So what I'm going to be showing you today is how I would do a butterfly weft by pivoting the foundation a little bit, and just a bit of a different way to install it to make it quicker and seamless. Okay, so I'm measuring it up and I'm just figuring out how much I need to cut off, and I'm just going to cut off this much. So now that is the size that I want. And another thing that I might do is just trim off this a little bit just to make it cleaner. So let me just clean up the edges. Okay, that is looking much better already. So the next thing that I want to do is, if you again watch the last video, I started by beading and then I realized halfway through that that was a total waste of time. So what I'm going to do now is carve out my subsection first, put the weft up where I want it, and then feed those strands of hair through. So let's do that now. Let's carve out that subsection. Again, like I would do on a normal install, I'm keeping an inch away from the hairline because we're still utilizing that same mindset, because it is still a weft at the end of the day. Even though the technology is a little bit different, it is still a weft. So I just carved out that subsection. Let me do this one here, following it all the way around the head. And I'm just going to use clips and grippers to keep the hair that I don't need in there out of the way. I can even just organize my little sections like that as well. Again, keeping an inch away from the hairline. Perfect. Now that I'm happy with my subsections, what I'll do is I'm just going to pin them up out the way, because I'll then take my butterfly weft and put it underneath. So now that I'm happy with my sectioning, I'm going to just open up that butterfly weft and I'll line it up with my sectioning like that. And then I'm just going to pin it into place to secure it. I'll do that all the way around. I'll just do one more little clip here. Okay, perfect. I'm just making sure that I'm happy with how that looks. Looking good. All right, now let's start feeding through the beads. So already I'm saving so much more time than I was in my last video, because I'm not doing that beaded foundation. So now all I'm having to do is just pull through that hair into that weft. So let's flip this open, and then I will let this section down here. And then I'm just going to start feeding through this hair here with my looper tool and beads. And my first section, after I've fed it through, I'm going to bead that straight away. And then that way, immediately, you're keeping those corners nice and secure, and they're not going to pivot or move around. as you bead the rest of the hair. So let's put a bead there and then we'll keep that nice and locked in. Okay, perfect. That's the first bead. Now we'll go in and I'm going to pick up that second section of hair, making sure that it's lining up with those little holes. Now I'm going to put my looper tool through that second hole here, and then I'll just feed through that strand of hair there. There's one, and then I'm going to do a second one here. And then let's do a third one here. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna flip up that weft. Now you can see my 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna bead those 3 bits of hair together. Get my pliers, clamp that closed. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you why I decided to do 3 together this time. I feel like it makes sense to do it this way, and I will let you know why as we're working through. Okay, so now we're coming on to our second part here. So now I'll go back in with my looper tool. So again, just finding out what hair I want to section off, and then I'll go in with my looper tool up through the hole and then feed that piece of hair through. And then we'll do the same in this section here, and then one more through this hole here. And then again, let's flip that up, get my 3 bits of hair like that, get my looper tool, and then I'll slide in my bead, and then making sure it's in the center, and then clamp that down to secure. All right, moving on. We're moving quickly now, much quicker than last time. Move this round. Okay, let me bring down this section of hair now. And then I'm literally just continuing that now all the way around. So nice and easy. I feel like once you find your flow with this, it is easy peasy. Okay, I also have a top tip. If you have a client that experiences a lot of slipping when they wear extensions, especially their weft extensions, then you could always go in and do a double bead. So I feel like sometimes that helps to troubleshoot if you've got a client whose beads always slip. Double beading, especially at that anchoring point, can definitely make a difference. So I think that's something that I would utilize, especially for this butterfly weft, and then that way it gives it a little bit more security as well. I think I could definitely go with a bigger bead next time as well. These beads are a little bit smaller, so I think next time I do the install, I might even try using a slightly bigger bead. As I'm going through this install, I'm weighing up whether I think it's something that I'm actually going to use in the salon. So stay to the end, because I will let you know my final verdict. Definitely think it looks cleaner this time round compared to the first time that I did it. And I think that's just in general, as you learn, you know, a new technique, every time you do it, you're just going to get better at it, quicker at it. It's going to look cleaner. So it's nice to see that we're making progress within this method. And again, do I think it's quicker than a Genius Weft install? Not by much, to be honest. Not by much at all. I feel like I can still do a Genius Weft install in just the same amount of time, you know? So I don't think you're going to be saving a crazy amount of time. Unless you get really, really quick at this, then maybe. But in the long run, this whole, you know, 15-minute thing, I don't think I could do this in 15 minutes. Maybe. You never know, never say never. But right now, I'm definitely still thinking that I'm working at the same pace as I were to do an actual Genius Weft install at, where I'm sewing it. I've got Biscuit here walking around, so if you hear any grunting, it's Biscuit. Our little puppy Biscuit is now 6 or 7 months old. He's so funny. All right, we are almost there. Just a few more to go. I just let down that final little section And I'm gonna just finish off by beading all of that. And then I will show you the finished result. Let me know again in the comments down below, guys, if you've tried this method or if you want to try it. What do you think about this method? Do you think it's actually gonna stand the test of time and be something that we're using in our extension arsenal? Or do you think it's just a bit of a gimmick? I think it's really important to try out new techniques and then figure out if it's working for you and if it's going to be something that works for your client. You never want to shut something down completely just because it's new or maybe you don't understand it. I'm definitely a believer in giving everything a try, because then you never know. You might end up loving it and using it on all your clients. But that's the beauty of extensions. You can definitely then try something out and then figure out if it's right for you and if you're going to use it, or if you'd rather just give it a miss. And I've got 2 holes left here, so I'm just going to do a 2 here. I'm making sure now that this end section lines up with the end of the weft. So again, I'm just following the rules that I would follow if I was to do an actual weft install. And then let's do my final bead and then flip it down and see how it looks. Already, I'm not gonna lie you guys, it looks 10 times better than the first time I installed it. So I'm loving that. I love that we're making progress within this. All right guys, take a look at this. This is the finished product. Already, I genuinely do think it looks better than the first time I did it. So by changing up that section and we have a nice smooth install. We don't have any of that buckling happening in this area here that I noticed last time. And let's see if the proof is in the pudding. I want to do a flip up and see now how it looks from underneath. Let's see, moment of truth. All right, 10 times better than that first time. I think the flip up this time is fantastic. Okay, one thing I'm gonna say about the butterfly weft, if you're expecting that same flexibility that you get with the Genius weft, it's not gonna be the same. Even when I flip it up, it's definitely more of a stiff movement. And I think that comes down to the fact that underneath it almost looks like a taping extension, as opposed to what we're used to seeing with the Genius weft. So flexibility, I still think a Genius weft is better in terms of how you can scoop your section in, and also in terms of that flip up. It is a lot more fluid of a movement with your Genius weft compared to the butterfly weft. I think my beading and my section in here looks so much cleaner this time as well. So if you are wanting to try it, definitely give that way a go, where I've carved out the subsection first and then just pulled through the hair, because immediately you can see that here looks so much cleaner. I also like how my anchoring points are looking this time. I definitely think they're a lot more secure in comparison to last time as well. One extra step that someone suggested doing, if you are someone that knows how to sew and you do weft installs, definitely you can go in with a little bit of thread here and do an anchoring stitch. And then again, that is gonna help this feel a lot more secure at the anchoring points, because it's still not as secure as my Genius weft install. All right guys, I hope this video helped answer your questions and gave you a better understanding of butterfly weft extensions, the common issues that can come up, and how to approach this method in a better, more professional way. So as promised, now I'm going to tell you my honest thoughts on whether this is a method I would offer to my own clients. And it's a no. Oh, I think I'm going to offend so many people here, but it's a no. I don't think I'm going to offer this to my clients. I do still think that that Genius weft hidden row is so much better. And that's just me being 100% honest with you. My husband, who is also my videographer and probably can do a weft install better than me at this point, made a really good point. He said, what does that grow out look like? How is that grow out gonna look? And is that grow out gonna be as secure in 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, just like how a Genius Weft is, you know? And I think that's such a fair point. So maybe I should install it on a real person and get their honest feedback and get their experience with that grower as well, because you know, it's all the different elements that go into it. If you found this video helpful, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what method you want me to cover next in my most trending hair extension methods of 2026 series. And if you want to keep learning with me, I'll link my classes in the description below. My next class is going to be in Walnut Creek in Northern California. And you can also find me on Instagram, xsamhair, and TikTok, xtensionist.la. I'm also going to link my Amazon storefront with all of my favorite tools so you can shop my hair extension faves. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Wrap.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.